You are capable of winning races, but you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Murtaugh is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Murtaugh has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network, the Digital Sim Sports Network, and live coverage of the Epic Racing Association 2025 Ironman Fall Nationals season finale. Gonna wrap things up at the Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. Tricky little short track. Got a little bank in it. Got a little loose spots in it. Got some old pavement on it. And they have got the late model stock cars out here. And it is going to be a lot of fun to watch this season finale. Adam Vinny, the runaway champion, really didn't even need to be here tonight. Could have took the night off, kicked up, popped a cold one open, and watched the boys race, and still been the champ. But he's here for a victory lap, as he was the runaway winner this season. News coming down for ERA. ERA is going to be on indefinite hiatus after this race tonight. Promoters deciding to take a little break. Think they may come back in the spring. Not sure. But we will not have our Tuesday night ERA for a little while. So we are working real hard to find something to fill this Tuesday night slot, because we really enjoy the Tuesday night slot. So it might be after Christmas before we can come up with something, but we're working really hard to try to find something for everybody. So make sure you keep the subscribe button on. Breaking this race up tonight, they're going to do a 35-lap heat race, take a break, and then do a 40-lap feature. No heat races tonight. Just the one. It's really more of a halfway type deal. This race was scheduled for 100 laps, but has been cut back to 75, and that will really just kind of decide things for us here tonight. Got about 10 drivers in it. It's about the average car count. And if I'm being 100% honest, I may understand a little bit about why they're taking a break, because it's a lot of work to promote and put a league together and run it. And when your car counts start to dwindle, it becomes a little discouraging. And it is a good idea to take a break, get things refreshed. But hello, Mr. Bill. Hey, wait a minute. What is this? All these numbers after your name tonight, buddy? I see you're over there on the YouTube, so I'm not used to seeing numbers and stuff after your name. Somebody hack your account? There is your series champion. You'll close 2025 out. Doesn't have the green hoops on that thing tonight, which is, well, kind of funny. But I do like the blue ones. They do match the car. It looks pretty good. We were talking pre-race. They took that and made it an all-wheel drive car, so decided advantage for the 64 tonight. I got a picture of them working in the shop, and, you know, I don't know. Didn't want to call them out, but I had to. Man, the traction control looks crazy on that thing. He said, yeah, we had to change it from a two-wheel drive to an all-wheel drive. Just kidding, of course. I give Adam a little bit of a hard time. Heck, I give everybody a hard time. I mean, the old man of the bunch is here. Father Time is quickest right now in the session. Sits there atop the pylon. Pete Dillon, Matt Eddy, Justin Day, Jimmy Jones, John Brunner, Jeff Werdeman, Brian Day, and Josh Westendorf. Those 10 drivers will close things out. We do hope they come back in the spring. We hope Jeff and Marvin and the boys get things back together. They're just taking a little time off to get a breather, get away from all the everyday stuff that you have to do to run a league. I feel their pain. They run multiple series, and, man, it's a lot of work. Constantly a lot of work. So I get the wanting to take a break. We took almost all of 2024 off before we got back at it for a little bit. So I sympathize with them. But it's going to be a fun one no matter what. They are going to get in here. They're going to run heats. It's one 35-lap heat. How they finish in that is how they're going to start in the last 40-lap main. So really it's just kind of a break. An open red flag is what it's going to be. We are getting ready to do it. We're going to show you the starting grid. It'll be the 46 of John Brunner, the 42 of Jimmy Jones on the front row. Justin Day in the 1 and Adam Vinny in the 64 in row 2. Reed Rundle, the 43, Josh Westendorf, the 92. They make up our third row. Our fourth row is the 7 of Pete Dillon inside and the 81 of Jeff Werdeman outside. And then the back row for this 35-lap opener, the 88 of Matt Eddy and the 90 of Brian Day. Looks like we're still missing a car. Possibly Adam Vinny didn't start? Wait a minute. What is going on here? Adam Vinny did not make the start for this. He was going to start outside of row 2, and now he is going to have to catch the field after they get going. Interesting. Going to put himself Outback Jack. Well, we'll see what goes on up here. That's going to give a great opportunity to several drivers now. With him starting that close to the front, I felt like it was just a matter of time before he went up there and snatched the lead. You can see the 64 sitting on pit road right there. Maybe the officials had to go over and have a look and make them disconnect that all-wheel drive. I don't know. I wasn't down there. We haven't gotten word yet. We'll see what happens. But I'm sure he'll make his way out once we drop the green flag. He'll be a little ways behind, but if they catch a caution, he'll catch right up to the field. We'll see what happens from there. But it's going to be John Brunner and Jimmy Jones off the front row. Ready to go. Green pace truck out of the way. Green flag. We are underway for the season series finale, basically, for the Epic Racing Association. Side by side through 1 and 2. Bumpy down on the bottom, and Brunner got a little bit of wheel spin coming up off the corner. Jones will slink by on the top. Had a decided advantage getting into turn 3. He won't have it coming out of 4. It's barely a car length. It is bumpy down there on the bottom. Very bumpy. There's a couple of big holes, really. The car fully bounces down into them and bounces out right before the exit. Turn 2, turn 4. Justin Day, power move to the bottom. Made John Brunner give him some space. Brunner wanting those tires to get up to temperature. That car will stop dancing around on him. Well, wow, he's stuck out wide, drifting through 3 and 4. Reed Rundle, Pete Dillon, Jeff Werdeman are all going to go by. Brunner may be able to get it down in front of Day. Oh, Josh Westendorf, big time problems. That car is destroyed up the backstretch. So we're going to go watch. So Westendorf will have to take that thing in. They'll have to get it put back together before the 40-lap feature. Yeah. To the inside wall, pushing the left front. Now get the whole front end knocked in. You see Adam Vinny going by. If Vinny had been in the pack, we probably wouldn't have had a caution right there. They should be able to he might be able to get back out here and make some more laps in this 35-lap first segment. Jones, Day, Rundle, Dillon, Werdeman, Brunner, Day, Eddie. Vinny a lap down. He may get a wave around here. It held him for a long time in the pits. And hi, Paula. I did see you come in. I'm sorry I didn't say something sooner. Jimmy Jones off the outside of the front row, powered to the front to get to that points. He had to do about 2 laps of 2-wide racing there to get it, but he finally pulled it away from John Brunner. Brunner struggled with the car on cold tires. He is all the way back to the 6th spot currently. So Westendorf, and it looks like they're trying to work on that car. Maybe going to just take that nose piece off and just tape him a new one on there long enough to get through this 30-lapper. He's going to be a lap or 2 down anyway. And there goes Adam Vinny getting the wave around. So that'll put him back on the lead lap. He'll be 9th.
Ironman, like you back on the pace car. We're not going green this time. We are not going.
Hello, Jane. I have no idea what is going on with all the weird letters and numbers after everybody's name tonight in YouTube. I guess I need to go over there and see if they did some kind of change to their stuff. Everybody's got piles of numbers and X's and O's and all kinds of weird stuff going on. Westendorf's car has not moved since he got it to pit road, and I don't know. Maybe they're just going to try to get it prepared for the final 40. He will start P10 in that final segment. But the lights are off on the pace track. That means we're going back green. Watch this race here at the front. See if Justin Day can do anything with Jimmy Jones on this restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Right as they entered the zone, and Jones was prepared for it. So was Pete Dillon. Good gracious. What a start from the 7 car. Row 2 on the outside. He's already looking for the lead coming out of 2. Cuts it down to the inside. Half a car. He's ahead. Getting into 3 and 4. Can he navigate the bottom of this racetrack on cold tires? Get the lead. It looks like Pete Dillon's going to go out front. So new leader on the restart, and Jimmy Jones is up on the top in the 42 car. Not liking the heat cycle on those tires. He's having a little bit of problems keeping it up underneath him. Got way wide there. A little cut down on the exit of the corner. Justin Day is going to clear. Now it's Reed Rundle. The Lumberdew Jackwagon trying to take over the 3rd spot, and he'll do it. Jones got into the fence just a little bit. Here comes John Brenner coming back. He's up to 5th. Got around Werdeman on the restart. He's going to the bottom. That car did not like the bottom at the beginning of this race. Looks like he's got it under control a little better now. And he'll make a bid for 4th. Little wide. He had to really check it up. Get out of the door of the 42 right there. Runner off the very bottom. Little wiggle out of him, and that'll give Jones enough momentum. They're going to go side by side. Good, fun race to watch right here. And now Brunner will clear into the 4th spot. Jones back to 5th, then Werdeman, Eddie, Vinny, and Day. They're still in line. Adam Vinny got around Brian Day pretty quickly, but he's kind of been mired right there in behind that green 88 of Matt Eddy. Your series champion. Missed the start of the race, came out a lap down, caught an early caution, has his lap back. We're around to 24 laps to go, and he is still trying to pick off spots. He's up to the 8th position now with Westendorf out. Back to the front because Justin Day has reeled in Pete Dillon. He's within about a car and 3/4, car and a half, down to car length through turns 3 and 4. And Reed Rundle is right there with him. These three on a major breakaway. They're 1.2 seconds ahead of John Brunner in the 4th spot. And Brunner's got about 0.4 of a second over Jones currently. Short 35-lap stint here, and then they'll take a break. And when they come back out, however they finish here is how they're going to restart for the 2nd segment. It'll be 40 laps to finish out the season and finish out 2025 for the series. Then they'll be on a very long break. We don't know how long. They have not determined that. Hate to see series go away, but like I said at the opening, I do understand the pressures of owning a series, running a series, and all the time and effort that you put into it. It does start to take a toll. We'll find something for you folks to watch that'll be exciting and fun. And who knows? We may do something. We may go figure eight racing just for fun. Wouldn't that be a hoot? Pete Dillon now starting to settle in. He's starting to open the gap up on second and third place. He's got him out there. He's about 4/10. And old Father Time just sitting back there ticking off the seconds, looking, waiting, watching, trying to find the soft spot for the one car so he can go after him. I think if he could get clear of him, he might be able to go run Pete Dillon down. Let's go back a little further. Your points leader right now picked up another spot. Jimmy Jones has fallen way to the back. Lost the lead, and he went way, way, way back. He's all the way back to 9th now. That makes it a little easier for Matt Eddy and Adam Vinny to pick off spots. They're working on Jeff Werdeman right now. High side for Matt Eddy through 3 and 4. Will he get the spot away from Werdeman? Not quite yet. He got up there and all that loose stuff on the exit of 4. Big plume of trash come up off the back right corner of that 88 car. He got real close to the fence where all the dust and debris is at. Did it again. This time I think he actually brushed the fence a little right there. A good side-by-side battle. I know it's for 6th, 7th, and 8th, but it's a good battle. Rundle got around Day while we were watching this. He's up to second. He's about half a second behind Pete Dillon. They're just now 13 laps to go. Segment number 1. And Matt Eddy will clear Jeff Werdeman. Adam Vinny will pull alongside. Reed Rundle is slowly reeling in Pete Dillon, but he's going to have to crank up the pressure a little here. He's only going to have 10 laps to try to get 0.3 of a second plus a pass done. Adam Vinny just cleared Jeff Werdeman. Werdeman slid the car a little bit. Lost a lot of ground. Got the rear end of the car out from under him just a little bit on the exit of the corner, and that allowed Adam Vinny to scoot right by. 8 laps to go. Vinny 6th. Eddy is 5th. Brunner is in 4th. Justin Day is still 3rd. And then it's Reed Rundle and Pete Dillon. 2 and 1 up front. And it has stayed pretty steady at 0.3 of a second. Last handful of laps. These two can stay like this. They'll start on the front row for the last segment. There goes Jimmy Jones. In 9th place, headed to the pits. Let's go watch this battle here, 5th and 6th, because it's tightened up pretty good, and we're coming around to 6 to go. These two are reeling in. John Brunner in 4th place, even though they were kind of racing each other. And oh, Matt Eddy way out of shape. Wide open door. Adam Vinny right on through it. He'll move up to 5th. Brunner still 4th, and he got a little bit more breathing room, but I don't know how long that's going to last. The guys behind him are coming quick. 5 to go, wave lap the last time by. Pete Dillon now has opened the gap to half a second on Reed Rundle. Four still remaining. And Matt Eddy is having problems with the 88. It's very tight getting into the corners. Right front may be gone on that 88 car. This is a lesson you got to learn here so that in the next segment, which is just 5 laps longer, 5 laps is a long time. You don't save your right front tire, you're going to be in a world of hurt. 2 to go this time, coming out of turn 4 for Pete Dillon. Rundle half a second behind. We're watching the battle for 3rd and 4th. Brunner has got the 3rd place spot. Vinny's trying to run him down. He's trying to use the middle and a little momentum to get there. He'll dive to the inside. White flag coming out this time. Brunner by a car. Can he hang on for another lap? It's going to be Pete Dillon. Segment 1 winner. Reed Rundle second. Who will it be for 3rd? Coming out of 4. It's going to be Adam Vinny in the 3rd spot by half a car over John Brunner. Justin Day was 3rd. Adam Vinny 4th. John Brunner 5th. Matt Eddy 6th. Jeff Werdeman, Brian Day, Jimmy Jones, and Josh Westendorf. Hey, Tiny Dancer. So we're going to get right at it. No warm-up, no mess around. Straight to it with Dillon and Rundle on the front row. Justin Day and Adam Vinny in row 2. John Brunner, Matt Eddy, row 3. Jeff Werdeman and Brian Day in row 4. And Jimmy Jones and Josh Westendorf in this final segment. Who messaging me? Who done it? Oh. And Adam Vinny once again scheduled to start 4th. And now the car flashes onto the grid. All right, so all of my platforms are covered. We had our Twitch bots come say hi. We had the YouTube folks, and now we've had the Facebook folks. Final 40 laps of the season. Final 40 laps for an indefinite period here at ERA. Championship was already decided before we ever even rolled off the first grid. So the boys just finishing things up with a good competitive run, and it was a pretty good first 35 laps. I think you're going to have to save tires for about 10, 15 laps. Be very, very careful getting into the corners and extremely careful getting out of the corners. And then that last 25, you can probably make you some moves if you're one of those daring kind of drivers. All right. Pace truck is out of the way. And the final 40 laps for the season's finale is underway. Dillon around the bottom. Rundle's around the middle. Vinny's around the middle. Vinny got a good run out of 2. He's going to squeak past Justin Day down the backstretch, but not quite clear enough to pull down in front of him. John Brunner once again struggling with that 46 car. Low air pressure, cold tires. Down to the bottom of the racetrack. Adam Vinny struggling on the exit of 2. That was way sideways. That'll make your right rear angry early. He clears Day, he gets up to 3rd. Dylan Rundle, Vinny, 1, 2, 3. Justin Day, 4th. Matt Eddy, John Brunner, Jeff Wardeman, Jimmy Jones, Josh Westendorf, and Brian Day. Back to the field. We didn't get to see a lot of the 90 car. Pretty slow right now off the pace. It looks like he's headed to pit road. I don't see damage, but he is not having fun out there. I think he thinks something wrong with the car maybe. We'll get up here and get a look. Top 3. Adam Vinny to the inside of Reed Rundle there into 3 out of 4. Rundle, whoa, big wiggle out of the 43 car. He had a good run, and the caution will come out because the 42 of Jimmy Jones is going to have major problems. I don't know how bad the car is. I just know he's going to get it sideways. Just barely brushed the inside fence. And the reason we got the caution was Westendorf was still coming from behind. So we're going to slow it down on lap number 6. And Brian Day back on track. Whatever was wrong with the car, maybe they got it fixed. He's 2 laps down, so he might possibly get a wave around. Can't say for sure. I don't know if he was off pit road when the caution came out. Dylan Rundle, Vinny, and Vinny almost had Rundle when the caution came out. It was real close. Scoring and timing said nope, not quite yet. So Adam will stay 3rd. Justin Day, Matt Eddy, John Brunner, Jeff Wardeman, Josh Westendorf, and then Jimmy Jones after his spin around. All the way back up to the back of the field. He's 9th, and then you saw Brian Day go by right there for 1 wave around. I think he can only get them 1 at a time. I don't know if any of you were here last night. For DSRL, but if you weren't, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. You ate a lot and you got to see family, whatever you do on your Thanksgiving holiday. We had a great trip. Made it back safe, despite everyone else's best intentions of trying to block up highways and everything else with crazy wrecks. We made it back. Had a fun trip. Several things were decided. We will never travel from that port again. Too long a drive. And the highways are just littered with wrecks to and from. So we'll continue to do our traveling from our favorite port. And wherever they go from there, that's where we'll go. And never again on a holiday. That was not as much fun as it could have been. Teach your kids to be respectful to everyone and everything at all times is about the best advice I can give parents. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of jerks trapped in a small area and people that don't like to see that get very annoyed by it. So, restart. Lap 7. And Pete Dillon got a good launch. Reed Rundle is going to stay out wide. Oh, boy. I thought when Vinny started to slide the car, they were going to get wadded up. And they're still trying, teammates still trying to share a little paint. Side by side, 2nd and 3rd. Rundle up high, Vinny down low, most contact. Yeah, there is a little bit. And the 2 teammates.
All right, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
And Reed Rundle's car trailing fluid and smoke. And his night will be finished. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know. That was kind of some weird action right there. I want to go and watch this again. They did not touch until right there. And you can see smoking stuff coming out of the back of the 43. And it looks like Rundle's day will be done. A lot of damage on the right front of Adam Vinny's car. Fender's pushed in about halfway across the tire. Can't tell if it's rubbing that tire or not. Looks pretty tight on it. They'll pull the tire off. I don't know if they'll be able to do much with the fender. We'll see. They'll probably try to massage it out, at least massage it away from the tire a little bit. The champ with trouble. Wasn't going to hurt him in the points anyway. But, you know, when you've already got it locked up, a victory lap's a victory lap. And he likes to go out and try to win races, regardless of the situation. I don't blame him. That's what a race car driver's supposed to do. Go win a race. But bad luck going to befall the 64 here in the season finale. We'll see what he can do with a damaged car. The lights off on the pace truck. That means we're going back to green. Second caution of the final segment. We still got about 31 or so laps to go. Pete Dillon has led every lap thus far. Now Matt Eddy is behind him. Jimmy Jones is working his way back up here. Adam Vinny back on track. Got to stay in behind the 90. He is on the lead lap, but he's at the back right front corner damage. Still on the 64 car. Should not be a huge factor. But it might make that right front a little bit light. That might put a little extra heat in that right front. And we know Vinny, he's going to drive the wheels right off of it. There you go. Jimmy Jones having an issue, and he'll get clear of him. And now he's going to work on Westendorf. And he's going to make short work of that 92 car. Into 3 and 4, and clear of him coming out. Pete Dillon, Matt Eddy 1-2 now as Eddy slipped past Justin Day. Jeff Waterman into the 4th spot. John Brunner running in 5th right here. Adam Vinny's closing in.
All right, man.
Caution once again. 90 car this time. He's got toe-in damage. I can see that right front is out of... It is way, way towed in. And that is probably the biggest cause of that right there. He has some suspension damage. And the 90 car around... That'll slow things down. Dylan, Eddie, Day, Werdeman, Brunner, Vinny, Westendorf, and then Brian Day, 1 lap down, back in 8th. Jimmy Jones in the pits, and I don't know. I saw that car slow drastically after the restart. It looked like he just maybe got it out of control, but he's in the pits. There may be something more wrong with that car than I know. I know how to mess them up while I'm driving them. And sometimes I get help. Oh, by the way, thanks for calling me back. Appreciate that. Good job. Oh, Tiny Dancer. Called him on the phone earlier. He was sledding with the princess. Said, I'll call you back. Ghosted. All right, we should come around. We should come. Sorry, Scott. We should come around and get one to go this time. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. So it looks like Jimmy Jones's day is over, as well as Reed Rundle. So we get ready to go back to green. Still 26 laps to go.
Green, green, green.
Pete Dillon, another great restart. Matt Eddy didn't have a terrible restart on the outside. He is just going to have company to the inside. That bump going to give Justin Day trouble on the exit of 2, and he is going to have to pedal the car just a little bit. Gives up all of that ground that he made up running that inside line to get through the corner. But those two look like they're just going to go back and forth here a little bit. Matt Eddy working the high side. Just today the shorter way around. Not able to clear. Oh, he might be all clear him that time. Matt Eddy got the car way sideways. I could read the number on the right-hand door coming off that corner from the other end of the straightaway. But Eddy powers by off of 2. Adam Vinny with a move on Jeff Werdeman. He's going to get up to 4th. And he was going to get by. Matt Eddy was going to be clear of Justin Day, and the car got away from him again. It's getting away from him coming off the exits on the high sides of 2 and 4. Day is up to 2nd now. Vinny is up to 3rd with that damaged right front. It'll be 20 to go this time, halfway. In our feature, and Adam Vinny with a good run out wide, cuts it down out of 2. He had a little bit of momentum up the backstretch. And he will get clear of the 1 car into 2nd place. So Dylan, Vinny, Justin Day, Eddie Werdeman, Brunner, Westendorf, and then Brian Day, who is the only car not on the lead lap in this thing. Pete Dillon having a great run out front. Won the first 35, has led every lap in this final segment. If he can hang on to it for about 17 and a half more laps, he will have led all but about 3 or 4 laps in this entire race this evening. But he's going to have company. It's going to be the 64 of Adam Vinny. And Vinny's on a little bit fresher tires. He's got about 12 or 13 lap fresher tires, which is going to be a little bit of a factor. $15 to go, and it's about 0.3 of a second. And now it's about a car and a half. So 1/4 of a second right here coming around for 13 to go. Pete Dillon trying to win the season finale. The champ, Adam Vinny, just trying to get on a victory lap. These two have broken away by over a second from third place, Justin Day. Fourth place, Matt Eddy, about a half a second behind Day, and then Werdeman is behind that, and Brunner is behind that. That is all about 3 seconds behind this battle right here. 11 to go. Lap car coming up in front of your leaders there. That's Brian Day in the 90. $10 to go that time by. Day gets out of the way. Pete Dillon enters in the middle, cuts the car to the bottom, and he's keeping it at a 1/4 second. And he's doing the same thing at both ends. And Vinny's kind of doing the opposite. He's kind of entering about a car width lower, but the car's drifting out in the center on him a little bit. And he's not able to get a great exit speed run. The lap's ticking away quickly. It'll be 7 to go this time. And it's still roughly a 1/4 of a second. It's about 2 car lengths. Dillon's just hitting his marks, getting the car to rotate where he needs it so he can get the power down on the exits, and he's keeping Vinny right in check, right about 0.2. 1/4 second. That time Vinny made up about 4/100ths. Wave lap at 5 to go. It's a 1/10 and a half now. Entry lines are starting to get a little shallower for both cars. Three to go. These guys are clear by 3 seconds over third place, Justin Day. Popsicle sticks out of turn 4. 2 to go in this season. That time Vinny tried to use the cut down, and he wasn't quite able to get close enough. Dylan hitting his marks, staying true to his line. Looks like he is looking out the front and not in the mirror. White flag this time. Vinny in wide. He'll try to make that cut down. He didn't able to get the car to turn down the hill. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Can Pete Dillon hang on for the last few yards of the race? Dillon wins the season finale. Vinny second. Justin Day coming home in third. Werdeman fourth. Brunner fifth. Eddie coming home sixth. And then Westendorf seventh. Justin Day eighth. Jimmy Jones ninth. And Reed Rundle in 10th place. Oh, we'll start getting our drivers moved around and into position. We're going to talk to them in a random order here. There's a reason for it. You'll understand once I do it. Well, let's grab our third place driver, get him in here. Justin Day, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I hear you.
All right, man. Season finale, but you're on the podium. And you kept the car up there in the top 3 pretty much all night, even in the first segment.
Yes, sir. It's been a good day. Can't
Look
complain.
like the track about as tricky as I remember it, bumpy as heck down around the bottom, and if you missed it a little in the middle, that thing would jump away from you on the exit.
Yes, sir. You know, I live like 5 minutes from this track, and I drive by it like most days to work. But I've never raced it, and this is actually my first time. I've owned the track for a while, but I've never actually raced it, and this is my first time racing it. I had a good time.
Well, now that you've raced it and you live that close, you're going to go watch a race when it's race day over there, because I know they do one big event a year there for sure.
Yep. They have I think the Crackle Barrel 400 there too.
That's it. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking about, and I see a lot about that one time a year. It's about all I ever see from the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. But, man, you came out here tonight, gave it everything you had, season finale, and this series may go on a hiatus for a little while, but you're going to come home with the last third-place finish, at least for 2025.
Yeah, it feels good, man.
Give me some shout-outs
Glad to
and
be
thank yous. Give me some shout-outs and thank yous before I let you jump out of here tonight.
Yeah, shout out to all the family at home watching and all-day racing team.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congratulations on the finish, and hopefully when the series comes back, we'll see you back in here.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
That is Justin Day finishing the third here tonight, and now we're going to move on, and we're going to talk to our race winner. He pretty much led the entire night, all but about, I want to say, 3 or 4 laps at the very beginning of the first segment. Pete Dillon, it was on rails this evening.
Yeah, she was pretty good. I got these old tracks figured out. I'm pretty good here in North Wilkesboro and tracks like that. I like the bumps and the surface where you kind of got to fight your way around them. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got lucky on a restart in that first one.
Well, sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time, and it really isn't as much about luck as it is positioning yourself well. It looked like you did that because you're able to get a great run, and you're about the only car on cold tires that didn't have major issues, especially through turn 2 in that huge swale right at the exit of the corner.
Yeah, I figured out a really good line to come off the corner really straight, so I wasn't really spinning my tires a whole lot because I knew I had to be fast. I had to be really fast to beat Reed or Adam or Justin. Those guys were all pretty fast. So consistency and not sliding the tires a whole lot, I think, is what got me the win.
One awesome job here tonight, man, to close out the season and at least the series on the temporary. it took a little while, but man, you closed one out finally.
Yeah, finally. I'm usually messing up there at the end and losing spots, and I was just took my time, ran as hard as I could without sliding the car, and that's really all I did.
Well, an awesome job, and you held off a tough customer at the end. You kept him at bay for about the last 15 laps. You're going to walk away with a big trophy tonight. Give me some shout-outs and some thank yous.
I just want to thank all the guys in here racing. Congratulate Adam Benny on the championship. That's pretty awesome. He's a great racer, always fun to race with. I'd like to thank Jeff for putting on this league. Without him, it wouldn't be much of a league. And you for being up in the booth, fiance Paula, and I got some family members watching tonight, and my good old buddy Don Jackson, he's watching. So I'd like to thank all of them.
Well, awesome job, man. Congrats on the win. I hopefully get to see you in one of my series pretty soon, and I'll send you some messages about some upcoming stuff. So we'll look forward to talking to you again real soon, buddy.
I go to bed kind of early now, so if it ain't too late, I can do it.
Well, I'll let you know what's happening.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for chatting with me, buddy. Congrats.
Thank you.
Pete Dillon picking up the win here to close out the season and the series. But he will not pick up a championship because another guy wins the championship. Jeff Wernerman second in the points. Pete Dillon was third with that win tonight here in the points. Then Westendorf and Rundle fourth and fifth in the points. Well, we're going to get this guy in here. Traction control or no traction control, all-wheel drive or no all-wheel drive. He had to drive it from the back in every segment at least once, and he did it here again. He got close. I think the tires equalized at the very end of it for you there, Adam. He just didn't have enough oomph off the corner to get that run you needed to get to the inside.
Yeah, I don't know if I just didn't change my line enough to try and come off the corner. I felt that my tires were still a little better, but he ran an absolute amazing line to where there's just no getting by him. And I was thinking about just trying to really throw it in the corner and go high, but he got a good run coming off the corner low, so I knew that wasn't going to work. I just had to put some pressure on him and hope he made a mistake and got loose and got a little wide, and that didn't happen, so hats off to him.
Well, the whole season is in the books, and the 64 car with the big hardware here, man, a lot of podiums, a lot of wins. Ultimately, you didn't even have to run tonight, but tell me what happened in the first segment because you didn't even make the start.
Yeah, so I got all suited up, ready. I was in the car, ready to go, and my crew chief fired off and said, "Do not leave yet. Got to make a steering adjustment." So we did that, and we ended up missing the start, so we had to start tail of the field. So unfortunate, but man, it was a lot of fun.
Segment 2, you're about 25 laps from the end, give or take a lap, and you and your teammate get together coming out of turn 4. We knew you guys were going to race each other. It looked a little bit like netcode maybe started it. We're not really sure. We couldn't get a great angle. What'd you see from inside the car?
I saw myself turning sideways and doing everything I could to save it to keep my car off of his. And next thing I know, I seen his nose pointed towards me, so I knew he was getting loose at the same time, but he was just not able to save it. But yeah, I don't know if it was netcode, what happened. Stuff happens. I know he's not like that, so no hard feelings to him. Plus, he's a teammate. I know he won't do that to me intentionally. But yeah, I'm definitely curious to check out the replay and see what happened, and maybe I will have to go give him some words.
Well, the whole season, this series taking a break for a little while. I'm sure that came as kind of a surprise to you guys. What are your thoughts there as we're going to take a long break, it sounds like?
Yeah, definitely a huge surprise. You know, ERA has been around for a long time. Um, it was short track showdown before that. I raced with these guys a ton. Marvin and Jeff and Josh, they worked their tails off to keep this thing running, and they had a great group of guys. And I don't know what happened, but it just slowly started falling off, which is unfortunate because these guys really put in huge effort to have kept this going. And um, yeah, sad to see that. Hopefully they're not gone for good, and that's just a short little break, and everybody can recoup and come back stronger. That'd be cool.
All right, man. Well, season in the books. You're the champion. Give us your list of shout-outs and thank yous before we let you go pop the cork on the big bottle.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's awesome. It was a fun, good season racing with these guys. Thank you to you, Roger, and the Dirt Racing Network as always. Thank you to ERA, Gunslinger Whiskey, BF Hammers. You know, they've been around sponsoring for since I started. Beard Scott's Small Batch Beard Oils and Balms, Next Level Litigation Support, Port Charlotte, Lawn Care, Beef O'Brady's down in Florida, Wabam, just everybody. I greatly appreciate everybody, all my parents, all my kids, my girlfriend, everybody that tunes in and watches us do what we love to do, and to put on a show for them, and hopefully they enjoyed it, and hopefully they continue enjoying it. Always tune in to Dirt Racing Network. They always got something going on. They always got a fantastic broadcaster and always puts on great racing. So don't go anywhere.
All right, man. Congrats on the championship, and I will look forward to seeing you on tomorrow, I guess, on Wednesday evening over at Pocono.
Yes, sir. Pocono on the truck should be hopefully be a lot of fun. I got to start from the back there, so maybe this practice tonight was a little help.
Well, it better be a fun show because Pocono's a great track. It's big, it's wide, it's fast. You got to be disciplined to drive 3 different types of corners for 1 lap. And that is what I call a driver's track, because you got to be technical all the way around. So we'll look forward to seeing what happens over there. Congrats again, man, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night.
Yeah, hopefully. Appreciate it, Roger, as always.
Adam Vinny, y'all. He picks up second here in the race tonight in the championship for ERA to close things out in 2025. They're going on a little bit of a hiatus. We don't know how long. Hopefully they'll come back soon. But in the meantime, we're going to try to find something to stick in here on Tuesday nights because we love our Tuesday night racing. So you guys make sure not to unsubscribe or to unfollow us over there on the Facebook. We're going to get something in here for you, and we're going to get it in here pretty quickly. Probably within the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. So keep an eye out for that. Tomorrow night, Midwest Truck Series. They hit for Pocono, coming off their All-Star break, and then they took a week off after the All-Star race, and they're going to get back after. We got 7 races left in that season. They finish up about mid-January. So make sure you tune in for that. And then we will air the broadcast of Sunday's truck race from Bristol with the Digital Sim Racing League. And it was a great race. They did 100 laps, and man, I'll tell you what, it was a fun race. Those guys do a great job over there. So make sure you tune in for that. It'll probably be about an 8:30 Eastern start time for that one. Tomorrow night's is an 8:30 Eastern start. So mark those down. But I want to thank you all for being there. Without you, there's no reason to do this. Without the awesome leagues giving us fantastic racing. Like you saw again here tonight, there's nothing for us to cover. So a high five and a pat on the back to everyone involved on either side of that coin. Until you come back and see us again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Make sure you keep your calendars full of Dirt Racing Network action. Come see us again.